Welcome, everyone, to City TV's third broadcast of the 2010 Douglas County High School football season. Tonight, we're on the road at Lithia Springs High School, the Lion's Den.
Yes, sir.
Alongside me is Fred Perry, our sideline reporter. And Fred, we talked last week about the senior leadership on this Douglas County team.
Yeah.
Led by their senior running back, Brandon Penniman.
Brandon Penniman, I understand, last week had an excellent game, about 192 yards rushing. We're looking for him to have a big game tonight, too.
Douglas County relies on the run, and I'm sure they'll stick with it tonight.
Absolutely.
We don't know a lot about the Lithia Springs football team, but their record kind of speaks for themselves.
Absolutely. We don't know that much about them, but I've been watching them guys warm up. Athletic bunch. They've been flying all over the field, getting ready for their inter-county rivals. So I'm looking for a big game tonight.
Yeah, both teams are undefeated in the county. Both teams are 2-1 in the region. So tonight's game will have implications throughout the season.
Absolutely.
How big is this game? Well, we're not the only broadcast team here. City TV, we're also 11 Alive News has deemed this game game of the week, and so they'll be here after the game to make their presentation. So sit back and enjoy as we present Douglas County High School football.
That's Comcast Digital Channel 22 and Tributary Channel 98. Well, Bennett, this is the big one. This is the one that either team wins and either team becomes the county champion.
Big game here tonight. Both of these teams have a lot in common. They're both 2-1 in the region. They're both undefeated in the county schedule. And certainly with a win here tonight, a lot of bragging rights for this team for some years to come.
And we're going to see perhaps some senior leadership as we did last game and last week with Brandon Penniman. He just stepped up with 192 yards. It was right behind the power back, and he just took the ball and ran with it.
Brandon had a great game. Talked to a couple of coaches this week. They say he's 100% healthy once again. I'm sure Douglas County will come out, rely on the running game like they have much the past 3 games. And so once again, I look for a big game from Brandon Penniman.
Now, Lithia is 4-1 on the season, had a tough run against Spalding last week, but this is a team that has a lot of speed. And so we may see that be a problem for Douglas County tonight.
They do. Rodney Cross is their starting running back, a speedy running back. He runs the Wildcat sometimes. Lithia Springs comes out in a couple of different sets. They do the spread offense. They also come out, like we said, with the Wildcat. So this is going to be a big test for Douglas County's defense here tonight at the Lion's Den, as they call it.
It was a big test for them last week with Alexander because they did the Wildcat too, and they had lost their quarterback in the beginning of the season, had a new quarterback in. They ran the ball an awful lot, and it tested the defense last week. So they've already had the test. So they may be able to adjust to this Lions team.
Yep, Cody Griggs, the quarterback for Alexander last week, you know, as we talked about, he probably carried the ball 35 times. I don't think we gave him enough credit. He's a running back that they kind of shifted to the quarterback position. He did a great job. Talked to a couple of coaches again about the speed from Lithia Springs, and that's one thing that Douglas County relies on, and that's their speed. Well, the coaches I talked to admitted that Lithia Springs has more speed than Douglas County. So this will be a big test for them, trying to stop the running game. Lithia Springs, much like Douglas County, relies on the running game.
And with the Wildcat, you're probably going to see more plays off tackle or around the end. You might see some up the middle, but I think they'll spread it out so that they can run around the end. And with that speed, they may have a weakness in this Douglas County team on the outside. Although last week they stepped up and the defensive ends contained. They didn't crash the corners like a lot of defensive ends like to do. So
yeah, and it looks like Douglas County is going to receive the kickoff. And one thing that we've noticed in the 2 previous games that we broadcast is Douglas County kind of comes out. I don't know if it's nerves, but they make some mental mistakes early in the game. I think on the road here at Lithia Springs tonight, it's going to be very important for them to get rid of those nerves early, cut out those mistakes, penalties that cost them 5 yards, 15 yards, and take this first drive and really show Lithia Springs defense something.
Shea Seeley is back and ready for the kickoff. If he gets a great run back, it puts them in a great position to start this game off, and he's been doing it the past few games.
Yeah.
Takes it at about the 3-yard line.
Yeah. One of the few teams that actually have kicked to Shea Seeley. we've seen in the last couple of weeks. You know, they do
That's
the
a good
pooch
point.
kick or just kick it out
Sure.
of bounds. So Lithia Springs kind of sending a message, hey, we're gonna kick it to you, and you see what you can do.
We'll handle your tough guy. And just about to the 14-yard line right now, that's where the Douglas County Tiger football team will take the ball, and we'll see what they're going to do. Are they going to come out with a running attack just like they've been doing all season long?
I'm sure they will. Devin Randall will be at quarterback. Brandon Penniman will be the running back. And, of course, the workhorse, we call him 32, Joseph Barker, will be the fullback.
And that's where he lines up. He's right there in the workhorse position in an I formation.
It is. Brandon Penniman straight up the middle for maybe 3 yards.
Well, if they keep on pounding it like this and then mix it up a little bit, maybe on third down, throw a quick out to the sideline, that'll just keep this Tiger defense, this Tiger offense fresh, and Lions defense off balance.
You know, that offensive line for Douglas County is anchored by Darius Anderson. We've told it before, they average 260 pounds, so I think they'll continue just to wear down the Lithia Springs defensive line and get to the running backs, and that's certainly their game plan. It's like Brandon Pettiman once again on the right side. Looks like he's going to pick up about 4 to 5 yards. It's going to bring up the first third down for the Douglas County Tigers.
But they're not letting him get outside, and that's good. I mean, I haven't seen him really run too much on the outside. He's usually up the middle or just slightly off tackle. But if he breaks it on the outside, that boy's got speed. So
this is my first visit to Lithia Springs High School, and I tell you, I'm impressed.
Nice high school.
We are perched way above the field in the press box. Great facility here at Lithia Springs.
And a perfect football night.
Little swing pass to Shea Seeley. He's got one man to beat. Oh, great pickup. Looks like it's going to be Douglas County's first down.
And that's Derek Flanagan on the tackle, and really saved a bigger gain by Shea Seeley because he got outside and really showed some legs on that one. But a good containment from number 15.
Yeah, he is one of their speed guys when he gets outside. Of course, last week we saw Brandon Penniman even get outside, and he showed a little speed. We thought he was more of a power back, but we learned last week he's got some wheels too.
He's got legs. He's got legs.
So first
for sure.
down for Douglas County, about the 34-yard line. Looks like they went straight up the middle to their fullback.
Number 20 coming off the pile on the tackle, Avante Boyd.
Yeah, that's 32, Joseph Barker. He usually does the lead blocking for Brandon, but every once in a while they'll spring that fullback straight up the middle. And
just keeps him honest up front.
Looks like he gained a yard or two. It's going to bring up a second and 8 for Douglas County. Backfield once again. Quick swing pass to Shea Seeley.
A little dangerous there, too.
Yeah, we're going to see if they rule that a backwards pass,
and
they did.
And it's recovered by number 7, Andre Caesar.
Well, we talked about those first quarter nerves and jitters, and the ball was thrown pretty well to Shea Seeley and hit him in the hands.
And he's usually sure with those hands too, Bennett. I mean, he usually grabs that in there and sucks it right up like a lizard's tongue, man. But he just didn't hold on to it tonight. And it has nothing to do with the weather. You're absolutely right. It's just jitters because it's a perfect football night.
Yeah, perfect night. So it looks like we're going to go straight to the Wildcat for Lithia Springs. They're going to drop back. They're going to throw all the way to the corner.
Nice throw.
Oh, a little push
Good
off
pass,
by the receiver.
And a flag.
And they did call. They did catch him with a push off. He did catch the ball for a touchdown, but they're going to bring that back. A little receiver interference there.
Well, I'll tell you, that speed from Dion Ware, he had his receiver beat. He didn't really have to push off like that. All he had to do was turn toward the sideline. It was a great pass from number 8, Miles Mitchell. I mean, dead on the money pretty much, and up high enough so that, defensively it was going to be tough for the Tigers to defend.
Really good throw. We'll probably take the penalty here. It will continue to be first down. I'm thinking that's a 15-yarder, so. Well, they're going to decline the penalty and take a loss of down.
No, they're marking it off.
Yeah, so it's going to bring up a 1st and 25 for Lithia Springs. So a big break for Douglas County here in the first quarter.
Pushes them back to the Douglas County 40-yard line. Number 22 to the outside. That's Rodney Cross.
Yeah, Rodney Cross is their premier running back here at Lithia Springs. He's had a great year so far. Looks like it's going to bring up a second down, third down. So they did lose a down.
They lost the down
and the yardage. So
wow.
that's a double whammy for them. So looks like it's going to be about 3rd and 20 for Lithia Springs. It's like Lithia Springs about the 35-yard line. They're still showing 3rd and 25.
TJ Harris splits out wide to the right for the Lions. Goes in motion. And it's a sweep to the left. Number 54 in pursuit for the Tigers.
Oh, great play by Douglas County's defense. Strung the swing back coming around on a kind of an end around.
Jake LaPointe was right there to meet him up.
Drove him all the way out of bounds. And I'm not sure. This has got to be 3rd down. Well, they're showing 4th down.
They're showing 4th down, but I maybe we didn't calculate it correctly. I'm sure the Tigers would agree that it's 4th down. They're going to bring the kicking team out.
Yep, looks like they're going to do a little quick kick. Looks like the punter they're sending out will be Brandon Oliver. He also is a receiver and a linebacker, but I think just a little pooch kick here to try to throw the ball inside the 20-yard line. But we got Shea Seeley back, and looks like Lithia Springs has taken too much time. I don't know if they got the timeout before the call. That could be one of those things, Monk, where they just wanted that extra 5 yards to try to pin them within the 20-yard line.
Exactly. I thought when they sent Brandon Oliver out, you might just see an early fake with a wide receiver, and he's got a lot of speed. Why not do it? You're just, you're on your
home turf.
It sends a statement, but this is definitely going to be a punt now.
Yep. Looks like the ball set about the 42-yard line. And there is the kick.
Gets it up high, and
Looks
Seeley
like
will have a
Shea's going
chance.
to get it on a bounce, maybe. No, he's going to let it go, and it's in the end zone.
That was a good call. It was really tempting. He looked at it. Looked like he wanted to grab it and go.
Yep. Looks like about a 45-yard punt with no return, but when you bring it out to the 20-yard line, they'll only gain 22 yards. But, they didn't have a lot of choices there. Early in the game, you certainly don't want to make a big mistake, put together a big play for the other team. So,
and the Lions really had a chance to capitalize on that, and they seemed like they could move the ball, and a couple of penalties bringing it back and really damaging that drive for them.
Looks like Devin Randall back under the quarterback. Now, this is a little different formation that they are showing. It's the wishbone. Talked to a coach this week. He said they were going to put this formation in.
Didn't really confuse the defense that much.
Looks like Anthony Garner got the ball.
And Isaiah Mack on the tackle.
Yep, he's a sophomore for Douglas County. So we'll add that to the Douglas County repertoire, and so that gives them the I formation and the wildcat, the spread, and now the wishbone. So they're showing Lithia Springs something new here with the wishbone tonight.
I like the look. It looks good. And here it comes again. And maybe they'll try it to the right side now. And they do.
Yeah, I don't think that was Brandon Pettiman. I don't think he comes in the I position, but I'm not sure that was him, or was it?
No, that was
it was.
Yeah. But he looks a little smaller from up this booth.
Yeah, everything looks smaller. They call this the Lion's Den. It's more like the Eagle's Nest up here where we're located. But we have good seats on the 50-yard line, so you can't complain.
Fantastic. I'm not complaining, and they were free. So
we're going to bring up a 3rd and 5 for Douglas County. Looks like they fake coming around. One man to beat, and that would have been a big play. But Brandon's going to pick up the first down.
And that's a big enough play because that's all you need is the first down. It gives you 4 more downs.
He was one guy away from showing off that speed that we saw last week. So 192 yards for him last week.
Wow.
That's pretty incredible.
And he's working on it right now. So, he just got out there. That was about a 12, 13-yard gain.
That big offensive line for Douglas County breaks the huddle, comes out. We're still in the wishbone. They're going to fake it up the middle.
Nice,
wide
open.
Number 85, he's got it at the 40-yard line, and he's pushed out of bounds. Great pass and catch for Douglas County.
Antonio Owens with great hands, and boy, you want to see a big man suck that in like Tony Gonzalez from the Falcons. Antonio really got a hold of that, and he was actually running while he was putting his hands on that, so I'm kind of impressed with that catch.
When those big guys get in the open field, it's called rumbling.
Is that what it's called? I can feel it up
rumbling
here.
down the field. So Biscuit, number 53, comes out of the huddle. We're still in the wishbone with Brandon Pedeman. Straight up the middle.
And
Once again, Anthony Garner is going to pick up about 2 yards. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 8, but, you know, this second drive for Douglas County is impressive.
Not bad at all. Thomas McClendon on that tackle there for the Lions. And also number 52, Diego Nelson.
Looks like Douglas County is going to mix it up to kind of keep them honest with a couple of passes. We got a quarterback draw here, which did not work. Bring down Devin Randall about 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So that's going to bring up probably 3rd and 15 for Douglas County.
Well, if I'm Douglas County, I'm looking at, a fake and a pass play because the linebackers are cheating right now.
Yeah.
The linebackers for the Lions are, they weren't set in on a blitz or anything like that, but they're cheating up because they know that Penniman's going to get the ball a lot tonight.
Oh, yeah.
If you watch number 34, he's Thomas McClendon. He's cheating inside a lot.
A little quarterback option out of the wishbone formation. That's a pretty play. Nobody runs the wishbone anymore, but it's a pretty offense when it's
sure
working.
Is. Yep.
Got a lot of options. The quarterback has a lot of responsibilities, whether or not to hand it off, to pitch it, to keep it. And Devin Randall kept it that time. Looked like he picked up about 8 yards. It's going to be probably about 4th and 7 for Douglas County, and I think they're going to go for it here. They're in their own territory. Devin Randall once again under center. Drops back. He's got it. He's got a man open. Number 8 is wide open. He makes
He dropped the ball.
He dropped the ball.
And he was wide open. That's Alex Baker, the tight end.
Alex Baker slipped out on the left side and was wide open.
Wide open.
About the 15-yard line, and there was nobody in between him.
He could
and
smell
the
the end zone. He could smell the grass. It was cut nice and low to the ground, and he wanted to bask in it. And whew, he just took off before he got a hold of the ball.
You know, we talked about it before the game. Douglas County, a little nerves in the first quarter. There's only 4 minutes left in the first quarter, so maybe we'll get out of this first quarter and start playing some football.
Miles Mitchell back, and I'm going to put number 2, T.J. Harris in motion. We saw this play
Number
earlier.
7. Oh, a fumble!
That was a great recovery.
Yep. Great play by Brandon Jackson.
Yeah.
Brandon Jackson was the only man that kind of picked up the reverse. He was kind of staying at home, put a lick on the running back, and he fumbled. But Lithia Springs was able to recover. It's going to be second down, probably around 13.
Heads-up play from Dreon Hart, number 59. Pouncing on the ball, not trying to pick it up and running with it.
Yeah.
He did the right thing.
Lithia Springs is showing some offensive plays. You know, they've had a long pass. They've shown 2 reverses. A very versatile offense.
It's a great team. They're 4-1, and they are formidable.
Little counter.
Slipping up the middle, it's number 22, breaking 3, 4, 5 tackles.
That's Rodney Cross, Lithia Springs leading rusher. He probably broke 5 tackles. Great run for Rodney Cross.
And you talked about it earlier, Rodney Cross, lots of speed, but he also has some power, and he showed it on that play, breaking 5 tackles. It looked like the Tigers just couldn't get their hands on his legs. He kept on driving those legs, but he had the speed to go with it.
Yeah, a couple of defenders actually had him in the backfield, let him get away. So a big gain for Lithia Springs. First down from their 45-yard line.
The ball in Tiger territory.
It's like Miles Mitchell back in the shotgun formation once again. You got a man in motion. That's Rodney Cross.
And that's a
the
fake.
Quarterback's going to keep it.
And that's Jake LaPointe on the tackle. saving a big play, and that could have gone a long way. That was a nice fake by number 8, Miles Mitchell. Looked like Khalil Talps was going to get the ball, and Miles Mitchell did a nice job of faking that.
Gets it down to about the 40-yard line. Going to bring up 2nd and 5 for the Lithia Spring Lions. Back in the spread once again.
And
quarterback Miles Mitchell.
They're going to get that penalty flag again in a delay of game or illegal motion. What are they going to call
looks like
on
it's
this
going to be
one
delay a game against Lithia Springs.
It is. They just couldn't get the play from the coach.
No, illegal motion.
Yeah, it looked like illegal motion, but they were trying to get the play from the coach and just couldn't get it. Had a little movement.
After a big gain, now it's going to be back to 2nd and 9 once again.
And this is what killed them the last time out, Bennett.
Yep.
You know, those penalties stopped a real good drive. I mean, this team has the capability of driving on this Tiger defense.
Yeah, 4-1 for the season. I mean, that kind of speaks for itself.
It does speak for itself. And a tough Spalding team. I mean, you know, it was no picnic for the Lions last week.
It's like a little pass here.
And a
He's going to pitch it back to the quarterback.
And a missed tackle again.
Yep, looks like he runs out of bounds. This is the old flea flicker there. Throw it
and
to
the
the
penalty. A late hit, perhaps.
That's probably a late hit.
Caleb Clemens let number 8, Miles Mitchell, get through his paws, and he really had him for a loss.
Yeah.
Looks like it's going to go against the Lions, too.
I think it's going to be on Lithia Springs.
It is. They're talking to the coaches, and the coaches don't look happy.
I think we got a man down on the Lithia Springs sidelines. I can't see. There's a huddle. I don't know if it's a coach or if it's actually a player. Oh, we got an official down.
It is an official. He's moving around, so that's a good sign.
And so we're going to take a little time out here with a minute and 36 seconds to go in the first quarter. No score in this county rivalry for the Douglas County Championship.
What's up, man? Guess that's one way of looking at it.
Yeah.
You
The
tired?
second game. I tried to get my daughter to come. Told her she could hang with you. No
she didn't
way.
wanna come. She didn't wanna come.
She already had
How
her
old is she?
8.
Oh, sweet.
She already had her gown on. She was sacked up on the couch. There's no way she's coming in.
Well, she came because Mom's down visiting her dad.
No, yeah.
He's been in the hospital.
It's football.
What? Yeah.
That's why I came. It's football.
Okay, so what they do here?
Those
They
kind
took
of
it
hard to
out.
see.
Is it against? Who was that penalty against?
What was that penalty, guys? You may know.
Does anybody want an extra chair, maybe?
It was on Lithia. Late hit on Lithia. On their own sidelines. That's nice.
There it is, right there, against Lithia. Yep.
Was it
Yeah.
unsportsmanlike conduct?
Big 15-yard penalty, Bennett. That'll kill a drive.
Yeah, personal foul on Lithia Springs. A late hit on their own sideline.
But we saw a ref down, so
Well, it actually involved the referee, and he's on the bench. He's probably going to need a replacement here. So the refs are getting together, kind of getting their new assignments. One less guy, and it's like it's going to bring up another 2nd down and 20 for Lithia Springs. So, you know, they were 2nd and 5 after 2 big plays. 2 penalties have killed them. Now they're back to 2nd and 20.
And this game could have been broken wide open a couple of times here by this Lithia Springs team.
Yep.
The Lions have the speed. They've had the men open up on the field. Wide receivers have really done it. This is spread. They're going to go for pass, obviously.
It's like Miles Mitchell is going to drop back. Pressure by Douglas County. They got him. They sacked him on the 40-yard line.
7, Mr. Brandon Jackson, defensive end, coming in on Miles.
Yeah, some of that senior leadership for Douglas County.
And he read that play real well.
I think that's going to bring up 4th down. There was a little confusion after the penalty on the down, but I think it's going to bring 4th down, and I can't count that high. You're going to have to help me out, Mike.
25.
25, 4th and 25. So, you know, from 2nd and 5 inside Douglas County territory to 4th and 25. So number 14's back again. Shea Seeley kind of easing up a little closer Last time it bounced in front of him trying to get a return. Got a high snap. Pretty good kick.
Brandon Oliver's got a good foot. They're going to let this one roll, and it is rolling. It's taking a great Lions bounce.
Shea Seeley lets it roll, and I think the player actually thought that the 5-yard line was the goal line because he certainly jumped on it.
He sure did, and he could have let that.
Yeah, he
would have gone another 5 yards, I think.
They might have pinned him in. So start out from the 6-yard line for the Douglas County Tigers. Had a great drive last drive. I think they picked up 3 first downs in that drive, and if the tight end had caught the ball on about the 15-yard line, they would be up 7-0.
But you're right. I think they have the jitters. They've shown this, historically, and this year so far, the first quarter has not gone too well for the Tigers.
Well, we got 37 seconds left, so maybe we'll get out of this first quarter and start playing some football.
You got to get out of the first quarter funk.
Back in the wishbone once again. Looks like a quarterback's going to keep. He does have an option to pitch, and he does. On the outside, looks like maybe Brandon Penniman.
And Andre Caesar right there on the tackle.
Yeah, looks like he's going to pick up 4 yards and going to bring up 2nd and 6.
Well, Lithia Springs has some senior leadership too. Been calling out Andre's name on a couple of different plays here. So he's really reading the plays, doing a good job of containing the outside.
Yep. Still in the wishbone, Randall. It's going to be a keeper.
Run.
He's going to pick up a first down all the way to about the 22-yard line.
And it almost looked like it was a busted play.
Yeah, the wishbone is kind of a confusing offense. Kind of get a couple of guys in the same place. First time we've seen the wishbone from Douglas County. And they look pretty good in it.
And it really was effective on this particular play.
Gives you an extra blocker for Brandon Penniman going through. That can only help.
And I think the defense is definitely keying in on Brandon. There's number 28.
Number 28 on the play. That's Xavier Packer. He played a lot a couple of weeks ago when Brandon got hurt.
And he did a good job.
Yeah, he did, but didn't see a lot of him in the last 2 weeks.
No, not at all. He's fresh out there now, and he's got some great speed, too. And he's not, he can handle a hit, so he's not one of those delicate backs.
Yep.
He's not like a Freddie Taylor, a fragile Freddie Taylor back.
Right. And it looks like that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Fred Perry is back this week.
That's Fragile Freddie.
Yeah, and Fragile Freddie. That's hard to say. He took off last week, but he's back, and I think he has Fred Keneal with 11 Alive Sports on the sideline. So let's throw it down to Fred.
All right, Fred Perry standing here with Fred Khalil. Fred, thank you for taking a few minutes to speak with us tonight.
Hey, man, thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. We got Douglas County. We got Lithia Springs. Pretty big game tonight. What's your opinion so far?
You know what? It's been a great game so far, and it's really great that these two schools that are so close to one another, I was talking to the coaches before the game, and they said it's a really heated rivalry, but for the most part, it's clean, which is good.
Yeah.
These kids grew up together. Now they want to beat each other.
Nothing's good about a clean rivalry, Fred.
Yeah, I guess so, man. I guess you're right there. Yeah.
Thank you for taking a minute to speak with us, and we appreciate you.
Thank you very much. We'll always watch 11 Live for high school football coverage.
All right. Back to you.
Monk, I guess we should explain why Fred Keneal is on the sidelines tonight for 11 Alive News. This game was voted by the voters to be the game of the week for 11 Alive.
Awesome. And it should be.
Yeah, it's a big game. City TV is not the only one broadcasting here tonight. So 11 Alive will have a special after the game and present a trophy to the winning team. So festive evening here for Lithia Springs High School.
Well, it is county championship night. Penniman stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Looks like number 79, Edward Wiley, for the Lithia Springs defense, in on the tackle. Looks like number 52, Diego Nelson, is their nose guard. And we are pretty high up, but those are some pretty big guys down there they've got also. It's like a third down and a short 4. Devin Randall back in the wishbone once again. He's going to fake it. Go to Brandon Pettiman around the right side. Brandon Pettiman's
got
loose.
Some room. And he's brought down by number 79, Edward Wiley, who actually got beat on that play at the line of scrimmage and came back to make the tackle. He was up over the left side, and either he slipped or got blocked, and But he recovered and came back for the tackle and saved a very big play. Could have been a touchdown.
Great blocking up front by Micah McClendon, number 72. It's like the wishbone once again. Going to go back to Brandon. It's like a great run. Pick up 6 yards.
We'll get it out to the 50-yard line.
I don't know if Lithia Springs coaching staff had seen Douglas County in the wishbone so far this year. We haven't, and in the games that we broadcast. So maybe this is a surprise formation for them. And
it gives it a little different look, and you do have the options with the wishbone that you don't have when you're just coming out of an eye.
They're going to stick with it.
They like it. It's working. Why not? They keep pounding that right-hand side.
Yep. We got to give credit to Joseph Baker, number 32. He's the junior fullback. Of course, he's the first man through in that wishbone attack. And so he certainly has to open up a hole for the fast running backs behind him. So
Avante Boyd has been a name that I've called a couple of times tonight, and he was in on that tackle, keeping the Tigers in check. There's some whistles and a timeout.
Yep. Well, Lithia Springs last week, they traveled to South Paulding, and it was South Paulding's homecoming, and they didn't have a good game. South Paulding beat them, gave them their first defeat of the season, but South Paulding is undefeated in the region, and they're a really good team. So there were no slouts that they were playing, and they ran up on them at their homecoming also. So.
Well, and these teams are evenly matched, and we've seen it tonight. The thing that kills both teams, as we said before, are the penalties and the mistakes, the mental mistakes. And I wouldn't expect that from either of these teams where they have a lot of senior players out on the field.
Right.
You'd expect that from a young team, but and it usually seems to happen in the first quarter.
Right. Well, I think the senior leadership that we talked about on both sides of the field, the first quarter they may get a little nervous, but because of that senior leadership, the second quarter and as the game goes on, they play much better fundamental football. So I think that's something that we saw once again here tonight. So
sure.
Don't know what Coach Oglesby can do to prevent that, because he's not out there with a uniform on, but I'm sure he's telling his players what we're seeing every week. We just need to come out and have a clean first quarter, and once again tonight Douglas County didn't have that. So it's like a 3rd and 5.
In a wishbone formation, and
a little busted play.
A total busted play.
David Randall trying to get outside. Looks like he's going to be brought down. It's like a yard loss.
Rodney Cross, number 22, on the stop.
So I would say a punting situation for Douglas County.
And the linebackers for the Lions are pretty quick. The defensive end, pretty quick. And they're pretty big too. So you've got big boys and you've got speed on this defense.
Yeah, good looking defense for Lithia Springs so far. They've held Douglas County in check.
Ooh.
Looks like a low kick. Shea Seeley lets it roll.
Nice little roll, though.
Yep, looks like he's going to down at about the 26-yard line. Looks like it kind of came off the side of his foot that time. That's
sure
Zachary,
did.
number 70, punter for Douglas County.
They might want to get Juan Cerna out there. Boy, he's got a foot, doesn't he?
Yep. Little freshman kicker for Douglas County. First year playing football. Of course, he's a soccer player. Steps up right before the half last week and kicks a 47-yard field goal.
Is that a record? That's incredible.
That's
got to be close.
I checked with several people this week. I don't think it is. They had a foreign student that was staying with a family here in Douglas County in the 80s, and I think he kicked one in excess of 50 yards, but it's got to be in the top 3, I can assure you.
Absolutely. Number 22 getting the ball and getting clogged up on the left side.
Yeah, Rodney Cross once again. Just a little sweep to the left side. Looks like number 27 for Douglas County. That's Dante Richardson.
And for the Lions passing game to be effective, they're going to have to get Rodney Cross the ball a couple of times, but they're going to have to give him some space to run, and they haven't done it so far. And I don't know if it's the offensive line or just a good Douglas County defense tonight. I'll say it's a good Douglas County defense.
Yep. Yeah, straight running play up the middle again with Rodney Cross. Looks like he's going to pick up about 5 yards. It's going to bring up a 3rd down. Let's call it a long 5 for Lithia Springs. Number 44, Malachi Walker. He's playing nose guard some tonight. He's been banged up. It's good to see him back 100% healthy playing in tonight's game.
Playing strong tonight for sure.
Looks like Miles Mitchell's going under the center for the first time tonight.
And
Looks
a
like
fake,
he's
and
going
you
to
knew
fake
it
it.
was
He's
going to
going
be
to
a
throw the
pass.
ball. Oh, downfield. He overthrew his receiver. Looks like it was intended
For
Deion
Deion
Ware, the tight end coming across the middle. So it's going to bring up 4th and 5. I think Lithia Springs will have to punt it away once again.
Well, they had the right idea. I mean, they gave the ball to Rodney Cross. He went up the middle, gains about 5 or 6 yards, puts the defense back on their, legs. The Tigers knew there was a pass. It was a nice formation.
Yeah.
Spread it out to the right-hand side. Just went a little, Miles just passed the ball a little bit too high.
Looks like Brandon Oliver's going to do the punting.
He's a good punter.
Jay
this
Seeley
kid.
signals for a fair catch, but he's going
to let
it roll. And once again, it gets that Lithia Springs roll all the way down to the 15-yard line. It's like Shay's playing a little deep on that punt. He needs to scoot up a little bit because, they could have really gained field position on that.
Absolutely.
He was standing about the 30-yard line, and the ball rolled all the way to the 15. So
he's
Douglas
been a little
County.
conservative. Ever since he dropped that ball a little bit earlier, I think he seems a little timid out on the field.
So Douglas County's going to set up shop at about the 15-yard line. We'll see how quickly they go back to the I formation. Looks like we're going to go into a little spread offense this time with Brandon Penniman.
And a timeout.
Yeah.
Well, I have to tell you, Bennett, the guy that gets all the fun out on the field is Fred Perry. And I think he's out there with some cheerleaders.
We'll do it again. Do we have names?
Yeah, Krista Bailey, Morgan Schaefer.
Okay.
Well, Bennett, I'm thinking that Fred Perry's got all the fun. He's out on the field and he's with the cheerleaders.
Yeah, it looks like he's got Krista Bailey and Morgan Schaefer. So, Fred, what do you have on the sidelines for us?
All right, we're standing here with Morgan and Christina from Lithia Springs High School. Ladies, what's up with the pink shirts?
Our cheerleading team is in support of breast cancer tonight, and since breast cancer is the month of October, we're trying to support them in any way we can. So.
All right, how's it been going so far?
Pretty good so far.
Yeah.
We try to get our boys to do it too, but Coach Horton wanted to do the blackout thing.
Okay. How's it looking for tonight? You guys thinking pretty positive? Douglas County is a big rival.
Yes, it's always been a rival throughout the school's history, and we're just really excited for tonight. So we're hoping that our Lions pull through for it. So.
All right. Well, the ladies are wearing pink in support of breast cancer, and we're going to take it back to you.
All right, looks like Douglas County, they were caught with 10 men on the field. Somebody didn't get in, so they had to call their first time out of the game. Once again, Devin Randall in the spread offense. He's going to throw it. Is that Antonio Glover? No, that's actually number 19. That's Anthony Garner, running back, split out to the right side. Looks like it's going to be about a 6-yard game. Good looking play there.
Wasn't a bad play. No, it looked good. It looked like Garner wanted to come inside, and he was met up by number 15, Derek Flanagan.
Looks like number 13, Trey Hightower, is the free safety for this Lithia Springs football team. Once again, we're going in the spread. Going to fake it to the running back. Devin Randall's loose.
Oh, had one person to beat.
Picks up around about 13 yards around the right side. It's going to bring up a first down for Douglas County.
And Derek Flanagan in on the tackle there, but that was the one person to beat there, and that was a dangerous play. That could have gone all the way. And we've seen that a lot from the Tigers tonight, where they've had plays that could have busted for, big yardage and a couple of touchdowns.
Yep. That kind of tells you a little bit what Lithia Springs defense is doing. They're trying to stop that running game up the middle. Brandon Penniman, he's a threat. But then once you get outside, all the guys are in the middle, crammed in the middle, and there's a little bit of free space on the outside. So.
And I think showing them the different looks, the wishbone tonight, spreading the wide receivers, spreading the receivers out, that's really helped the Tigers.
Oh, I think so. Douglas County's had 2 or 3 really good drives. It's like it's going to bring up a 2nd 8 on this particular drive, but they've been moving the ball well.
And we've seen a little more variety in the play calling than we have the past couple of games.
Looks like we're going to go the spread once again with 4 receivers. Devin Randall in the shotgun formation. He's going to take the snap.
Right
straight across the middle, number 88.
Missing with the hands.
It's like DJ
Flulin.
Yep. That would have been about a 20-yard gain if he had just caught the ball.
And the pass wasn't bad at all. I mean, it was right there. If it's in the hands, you got to catch it.
Devin Randall's looked good throwing the ball tonight.
He sure has. I didn't realize he could throw that well because, you know, when you've got a dangerous runner like Brandon Penniman, you don't get that opportunity as much as you probably should. But we're seeing a lot of passing tonight.
Looks like it's going to be a 3rd and 8 yards, 3rd and long for Douglas County.
And we're seeing a very confident Devin Randall. He seems like he's cool-headed and in control.
Yep, blitz coming, and they sack Devin about the 37-yard line.
You know, he read that. I think he read it just a little too late. He could have scooted around the corner. It looked like he was just a millisecond in his hesitation whether he was going to throw it or run it.
Yeah, they were bringing 2 linebackers from the left side, and
they were
just
big.
Picked them up a little bit late. So a punting situation once again. Long snapper is the last one out on the field for the punt, so see what's happening with that.
Maldonado back to punt, and this one's a real good one too.
Looks like he's going to field the ball. He fumbled, and
it's recovered by the Tigers.
There's a scramble at the bottom of the pile. Let's see who comes up with it.
It's Tiger ball. Avante Boyd with the fumble. Oh, did Boyd recover it? Was it a Lions recovery?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so you gain about 5 or 6 yards on that.
Yeah, Anthony Lazard, it looks like, came up and was going to field the ball. Fumbled the ball. Mad scramble. Looks like Lithia Springs recovered it. So.
And Avante Boyd with some heads-up play there because that ball was loose long enough for the Tigers to get a hold of it.
Well, one thing the Douglas County coaches wanted to do this week was control the clock. There's only 4 minutes and 49 seconds here in the first half. This game has gone by quickly. And they've certainly had the ball. They've controlled the ball in the first half.
A little movement there. No flags, though.
Switch number 26.
That's Nick Varner.
Nick Varner.
And a nice run, about 7 yards.
As the clock continues to run, going to go under 4 minutes in this first half. Looks like it's going to bring up about a 2nd and 5 yards for the Lithia Spring Lions.
I'm sure the Lions are thinking about a score here for sure. Like to go to halftime with something up on the board here at home.
It's like Miles Mitchell in the shotgun formation. He's got three wide receivers.
Talking something over with his back. Look at the speed on number 28. That's Ryan Bigby.
It's like Rodney Cross.
Up the middle, he
Fumble. There's a fight for the ball.
It looks like
about the 40-yard line. It looks like it's going to be Lithia Springs' ball. And it's going to pick up the first down.
Lions recovery. Boy, that ball's out there like a hot potato tonight.
2 big hits for Douglas County defensive players, and they coughed it up. Had opportunities to get the ball back right before the half, but Lithia Springs just came out of the bottom of the pile.
And Rodney Cross is usually sure-handed, and he's had a little trouble holding on to it tonight.
Well, it looks like he's wiping his hands on a towel down one of his players. So might be a humid night down on the field. Lithia Springs has only been under the center one time with their quarterback tonight. So obviously they're going to go from the shotgun position. Looks like quarterback keeper.
Oh.
Douglas County read it perfectly. Looks like number 23. That's going to be Robert Hale.
And Javante Kemp Davis on the tackle.
Kemp Davis, one of the leading tacklers for Douglas County. Picked him up about 5 yards in the backfield and didn't let him go.
That was a bear hug. That was a big bear hug.
Looks like it's going to bring up 2nd and 15 for Lithia Springs.
And just when we see Lithia Springs move the ball down the field, either it's a penalty or, it's a big Tiger defensive play that drives them back.
Yeah, we've talked about the defensive front for Douglas County and their speed and how they can get in the backfield very quickly, and it kind of disrupts plays when they send that many guys. Looks like they're going to send some linebackers this time. The quarterback rolls out to the left side, turns around and throws.
And intercepted.
Intercepted by Douglas County. Looks like number 5, Shay Seeley.
Number 1, actually on the interception. That's Antonio Glover. They had all the sure hands in the same area there.
Yeah, looks like quarterback Miles Mitchell for Lithia Springs just kind of rolled out to the left side, overthrew his receiver, and Douglas County defender was sitting there waiting on it. So,
well, he had a couple of receivers in good position to catch the ball, but it was overthrown, and Antonio Glover was right there with very sure hands.
2 minutes and 11 seconds to go in the half. Douglas County is going to try to get in some type of field goal position, and we know that last week, right before the half, they were able to kick a 47-yarder, so we need to get to the 37-yard line real quick.
Tried to scoot that one outside with Xavier Packer. That was a dangerous lateral.
Yep.
I didn't like the way that looked.
Yep, defensive end was right there with him as he pitched the ball, and dangerous pitch. Yeah, 141 to go in the half. Looks like Douglas County has 2 timeouts left. What's behind you?
From the blind side, number 20, Avante Boyd.
Yep, Avante Boyd.
We're calling his name a lot.
Lithia Springs read the play perfectly. It took a little longer to develop than we would have liked. Ran down Devin Randall. It's going to be a loss of about 7 yards. Going to bring up a 3rd and about 16.
And we haven't seen the wishbone much on this series of plays.
No, last 2 series they went from their spread offense. Looks like the clock's going to go under a minute here, and Douglas County would like to run it out, but I don't know how many timeouts Lithia Springs has, but we're probably fixing to find out. This is a 3rd down play. They'll probably call timeout right at the end of this play. Devin Randall looks like he's going to pass.
He's going to run this one, though.
Yeah.
And he's getting around the corner. He's going to get that first down.
Smart play.
Nice. Boy, what a difference from last week. We saw him a little frustrated on the field. Coach sat him down for one play. They went into the locker room. They came back out, and he was a different player.
Different second half for Douglas County last week against Alexander. This is a big decision here. It's 4th down. There's 39 seconds to go. I think you got to punt it. You can't give Lithia Springs the ball on their own 33-yard line.
And that's exactly what they're going to do. I've been impressed with Devin Randall coming out. Very cool under pressure tonight.
Yep. It's like Deontay Boyd, number 5. No, excuse me, Anthony Lazard. There's the punt. It's a low punt. Looks like it's going to go out of bounds about the 42-yard line with 29 seconds to go.
Well, we've seen a couple of big plays by the Lions, and we know that Miles Mitchell has an excellent arm. So I think we're going to see one right on 1st down. They're going to come out. They're probably going to gun it, give it a shot at the end zone.
Don't have a lot to lose with 29 seconds to go. Looks like we're going to, unless something big happens here, we're going to have a scoreless first half.
And just the type of game that you would expect between 2 teams going for the county wreath.
It's like Miles Mitchell back in the shotgun formation. He is going to throw it to number 12. He's wide open. Looks like he's going to grab it. Lithia Springs probably going to call a timeout.
That's Deion Ware, and he really read the field quite well. Got an extra 10 yards on that.
Looks like Lithia Springs may just spike the ball. The clock will not start. Now they call a timeout. Well, they wasted 3 seconds off the clock before they called timeout.
It took a little time. They should have gotten that timeout a little quicker. 16
seconds left. I think they have about 2 plays left in them.
They're not really forward now, Coach. That time they were 2-2s. They were head up, like I said. Then they had a guy wide. They were wide, like 5. Then they had a 9, coach 9. That wide guy's coming. Osmond hit the one. When the back's cutting up, pick up. All right, man. There's some things.
All right, Muck, it looks like Lithia Springs will have 16 seconds to rattle off a few plays here. I would think Miles Mitchell is probably going to drop back, throw a pass once again. He's in the shotgun. He pumps to the right side, fakes to the left. He's going to scramble.
Picked up by Javante Kemp Davis.
Yeah, it looks like Lithia Springs is going to take their last time out with 8 seconds to go, so probably one more play before the end of the half.
And I'm wondering if they have anybody with a big foot. Is Nick White ready for the challenge? What would that be? That would be like a 57-yarder?
We're talking...
it's got to be at least...
52-yarder.
52-yarder.
Yep. You never know.
Give the kid a shot. Come on.
I'm saying they're going to throw in the end zone. I don't know if they're going to break out a 52-yarder or not, but we'll see.
No, I'm seeing Miles Mitchell get out. I'm disappointed. I want to see a 52-yarder.
Well, Douglas County may have tried it if they were in this situation.
I think they would have. Yeah. I think they would have.
Looks like we're going to have a little Hail Mary, more than likely, from Lithia Springs.
Well, the Tigers have to be careful here not to get a penalty.
Yep, Shea Seeley's all the way back about the 8-yard line. A little free safety position, so he's certainly not going to let anybody get between him and the goal line or the end zone. Looks like he's going to drop back. We got a rush.
There it is, wide open too. Number 12. That's a touchdown.
The Hail Mary to number 12, Dion Ware. Wide open for a Lithia Springs touchdown with less than a second left on the clock. Big play. Beautiful pass by Miles Mitchell. Great catch down the right sideline. It's going to be about a 32-yard touchdown pass for Lithia Springs going into the half.
Well, Trevin Riggins was beat on that play by 2 steps, and that's all it took. And number 12, Dion Ware, kind of fell back over the goal line. Yep. He backpedaled his way to a touchdown.
Yeah, the quarterback kind of faked it to the left side. Shea Seeley kind of bit on the left side, came back to the right side. The wide receiver is wide open. It's like we got a penalty flag here.
Bring it back about 5 yards.
Yep, looks like it's going to be a illegal procedure on Lithia Springs. That'll be a 5-yard penalty, so a little longer extra point.
Well, don't count the DC Tigers out on this because they've got some blocked extra points. They've been tough up front on the line.
Yep, Antonio Glover from that right side. We noticed last week they put an extra man over there on him, so kind of slowed him down, and it looks like they have number 33 going to take Antonio on this time. So,
yeah, they're not taking any chances.
Nope.
He's around the corner.
Nobody blocked him. Nobody blocked Antonio Glover again. He just walked straight in the right side and blocked the extra point. And in a close defensive game that we've had so far, that's a big play.
That's a huge play, and they're going to get a chance to get the ball one last time on a kickoff.
Yep.
If you get a Shea Seeley with some legs going, if he actually picks the ball up, this might be an exciting first half.
Well, I look for Lithia Springs to kind of squib kick it just so they'll fall on it and run out the clock.
And let's see who they have up front. Number 25, LaCurtis Campbell is up. He's a running back, so you've got some hands up front. You've got number 44, Malik Walker. and number 8, Carlton Hadley. So we've got some hands up front.
Yep.
They kicked it away.
Yep. They're going to give
Shea an opportunity.
Shea an opportunity. Comes straight up the middle. Breaks a couple of tackles.
No, he's excited to watch.
Knocked his helmet off. Big hit for Lithia Springs on Shea Seeley. The helmet comes flying off, and that's going to do it for the first half.
That was Robert Morgan with a big hit. It was that one big play, and Lithia Springs is very capable of those big plays throughout the game. They showed it in the first quarter, and it was called back from a touchdown. This could have been a little bit more dangerous for the Tigers.
Yeah, it's been a surprising game so far. We're used to Douglas County going in the I formation, trying to get Brandon Penniman out in the open field. Brandon hadn't had a lot of yards. They've certainly shut him down here in the first half. Douglas County shifted to a couple of different formations. They put in the wishbone that kind of confused Lithia Springs for a couple of series. They got away from the wishbone in the second quarter, came back with their spread offense, once again the I formation. But Lithia Springs defense has really shut down Douglas County here in the first half of this game.
I'm impressed with their defense. I mean, and they have that 4-1. They have the 4-1 record, and they're certainly showing it tonight. They're a tough team to beat. They have a lot of heart. They have a lot of speed. And that's something that I don't think that the Tigers have seen except for Alexander. Alexander was a pretty speedy team.
Right.
So that's the only time I think that the Tigers have seen that this season.
Yeah. We had a scoreless first half, all the way up to 8 seconds left in the first half, and then they throw the Hail Mary down the right side for a huge touchdown for Lithia Springs. Douglas County blocks the extra point.
Antonio Glover right around the end, and boy, he has the speed to do it. He's shown it time and time again this season, and that was a big play.
Yeah.
We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, it's halftime activities.
Coach, aside from that pass on the last quarter there, it's been a defensive stalemate. You guys have been canceling each other out. What happened at that last play right there?
Well, one corner thought we were in one coverage, the other one didn't, and so they called us.
Okay.
And he was supposed to back off. That was it. I mean, everybody else did their job.
Okay, what we need to do to get some points on that board?
Score. If we could pick up a couple of fumbles, I mean, they put the ball on the ground 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten anything back. So if we could do that, that would help us out a lot.
Good luck in that second quarter. Right.
Monk, it looks like we're getting ready to start the second half. Lithia Springs won the coin toss, but they deferred, so they will receive.
And they're ahead 6-0 on some very excellent passing and some great receptions from Dion Ware, the passing from Miles Mitchell.
It looks like number 2, TJ Harris, received the ball, got it up to about the 28-yard line. So Lithia Springs with a 6-0 lead over Douglas County will set up shop here in the second half.
It's really been that one play toward the end of the first half. It was 8 seconds left. They threw it up almost as a Hail Mary, but getting wide open was Dion Ware and falling back into the end zone. And it's, I mean, the defense for the Tigers has been pretty good, but they haven't been as impressive on the pass as they have been on the run.
Right, both defenses played well in the first half. Just that last-ditch effort there just cost the Douglas County Tigers the lead. And, you know, this is their third broadcast here on City TV, and I believe this is the first time that Douglas County's been behind on any of our broadcasts.
Absolutely, yeah. They've, but here's the thing that they have done. They've blocked that extra point. They've done it before. It gave them a game with a 7-6 win. Now here we are in the second half with a 6-0 game, and it could be the difference in the game if Douglas County can put some points on the board.
It looks like Miles Mitchell once again in the shotgun formation. Looks like he's going to pitch it. We've got penetration. Number 6, he reverses his field, and he's got some running room.
That's Isaiah Mack, and boy, they are speedy, aren't they?
Went all the way across the field to pick up about 16 yards.
Out to the 46-yard line.
Isaiah Mack on the carry. I guess you call that a end around. Came all the way to the right side and was nothing there, so he went all the way to the left side and picked up 16 yards.
Usually when somebody runs like that, they don't gain much, and they've done all that running for nothing. But
yeah, Douglas County had them stopped. Had them stopped for a 5-yard loss and just let
again.
They've
penetrated into the backfield, and they just haven't been able to wrap up the players.
Looks like number 19, that's Kyle Wilson, coming all the way from the left side on a little end around.
And Jake LaPointe on the stop. It looks like they're tackling high. You know, they're getting up around chest level. I'm just an old-fashioned guy. I like to see them tackle.
Grab the legs.
Got to grab the legs.
Yep.
Get down from the knees down to the ankles. That's how you're going to stop them, especially speed runners.
Looks like it's going to be about a 2nd and 7. A spread offense, empty backfield. Looks like they got 5 receivers spread out. Miles Mitchell's going to roll to the left side. He's going to run the ball. Shea Seeley comes up from his safety position and puts a lick on him.
Penalty flag.
Looks like it's probably going to be a hold coming from that left side. Play took a little time to develop. Wide receivers trying to come back across to make that block to spring the quarterback. Looks like they're going to be called for holding.
It was a good play call, though, because it appeared that it was going to be a pass. They sent their receivers to the left side, and they ended up using them as blockers. Although when you see some of the tight ends go to the left side, as a defense, you should pick that up and know, hey, you know, they got the big guys out there. They're not wide receivers. They're tight ends. They're going to be blocking.
Yeah, and Shea Seeley showed that speed that time from his safety position. Once he realized it was a run, he came about 25 yards to make the tackle.
Well, that kid's all over the
field. Great defensive play.
Yeah, he's heads up. He wants to be in on every play.
It's like it's going to push him back to about a 2nd and 15. Got Miles Mitchell in the backfield. Going to take the direct snap. He's going to pump, fake, throw it long again. Number 2, through the hands of the defender, Caleb Clemens, for Douglas County, and he had a perfect interception.
Yeah, but he was beat on that play. Had the throw been a little bit better over to T.J. Harris, I think T.J. would have had a big gain. But, luckily for Caleb, the ball was thrown a little bit short and a little bit high, but he could have come up with a big interception there.
Looks like they're going to pick up the penalty flag on the play, so there's no call. Looks like it's going to bring up a 3rd and 17 for the Lithia Springs offense.
Well, it looks like the Tigers have settled in for the second half, whereas the first quarter of the game, they really had it looked like they had the jitters.
Right.
And they have all season long.
Yeah, pretty consistent. But their second half has always been better, so
it's been tight.
We got that to look forward to. If they can just hold them here, they'll get great field position. It's like Miles Mitchell back. He's going to throw them a great rush by Douglas County. They got him hemmed up. They let him loose on the outside. Oh, and brought down a fumble, but it's fumbled out of bounds. A big hit that time from Douglas County. That was Carlton Hadley coming all the way over from his linebacker position, and he put the wood to the Lithia Springs quarterback.
Well, this is going to be 4th down, a very long play. Obviously, they're going to have to kick this, but, boy, that was a lot of running for about 5 yards.
Yep, big defensive stand for Douglas County. Looks like Brandon Oliver's going to punt it. Shea Seeley back to receive. Still would like him to come up about 15 yards. He is playing way deep for this punter so far. He needs to catch the ball, get a run back to give Douglas County some field position.
Well, it's giving them the opportunity to let the ball run on them.
Looks like he is going to catch this one. He's got 2 guys to beat. He's in the open field. He reverses his field, and they're going to bring him down about the 24-yard line. But still, that's a good play by Seeley to catch that ball, to save it from bouncing toward the goal line. And that's the first time he's done it all night.
Absolutely.
So good heads-up play by him.
Puts them in better field position than they've been in. Number 35, Travis Wilson on the tackle, wrapping Seeley up.
And so Douglas County, their defense makes a big stand. They get the ball back here in the second half, and they just need to get back to the kind of football they do, running it, get Brandon Penniman involved. They've kind of shut down Brandon so far in the game. Looks like they're going to go back to the I formation.
They had the wishbone working for them, but I like the I formation. That's where their bread and butter has been all season long.
Brandon's going to be on the outside. He gets loose.
Oh, he got snailed.
And he gets lit up by number 31. Looks like that's Ricky Dean.
Lit up is not the word. That was like the brick wall came out on the field and said, hello.
But a good gain for Brandon. Picked up 4 yards. And, we've talked about it all year. Brandon's a tough kid. That's not going to slow him down.
Absolutely not, but I'm seeing a Lithia Springs Lions football defense that I didn't see in the first half.
If you'll notice their defensive set, they put a lot of guys in the box. So, there's 6 guys up there right now. They bring 1 more. That's 7 guys in the box. And so they know exactly what Douglas County is going to do. It's just a matter of, is Douglas County going to continue to try to run the ball, or are they going to try to spread it out? They had a little bit of success with that in the first half. But Lithia Springs is definitely stacking the defensive line, bringing those linebackers up. Looks like offsides on Lithia Springs, so that's going to give us 5 yards, bring up about a 2nd and 4.
There's that mental mistake coming into play, and it came into play the first quarter of the game. And that's something that the Lions really don't need at this point.
Yeah. Lithia Springs came out in green jerseys before the game for their warm-ups. When they went in before the game, they blacked Douglas County out, put on their all-black jerseys. So I'm sure that got them pumped up in that first half.
There's
Brandon Penniman up the middle.
Penniman.
Big gain. Picks up about 12 yards. It's going to be first down for Douglas County.
And if it wasn't for Trey Hightower who tripped him up,
once again,
he would have been gone.
Once again, 1 man to beat.
Yeah.
But once again, we're seeing a little confidence here by Douglas County in the second half. It's like they're going to spot the ball about the 45-yard line. Going to go back to the I formation once again. Joseph Baker's the fullback, opening up the hole for Brandon Penniman.
Oh, there's a little bit of
Brandon Penniman
right
kind of took a step. This is going to come back. Oh. Once again, number 31 lights him up.
Man.
About the 50-yard line. That's the second big hit. Who is number 31? That's like Ricky Dean.
Ricky Dean.
A tight end on the left side. And he has certainly got Brandon's number here in the first series of the second half. But it is going to be illegal procedure on Douglas County. It's going to push them back 5 yards, bring up a 1st and 15.
They're taking Ricky Dean out. They're like, hey, man, you've been hitting too hard. No, they're putting him back.
Oh, yeah. Probably giving him some high fives over there. He's a big kid.
He is a big kid.
Defensive tackle, or defensive end, I should say.
Look where he's making the tackles. He's all the way over from the left defensive end position to the right linebacker position.
Yep.
So he's moving pretty quickly when he sees the ball move in the opposite direction.
A little crossback play to Brandon.
Nice.
Brandon's
He's gone.
loose. He's at a 45. Looks like he's going to be brought down about the 30-yard line.
Almost looked like a horse collar.
Yep, coaches up in the press box are looking for a horse collar, which would be an additional 15 yards. But I tell you what, a good run that picks up the first down on 1st and 15. So they kind of put themselves in the hole. So Douglas County, they are in business here at the 29-yard line.
Good series of plays so far for the Tigers. They needed this coming out in the second half. They have to get points on the board. They have confidence, though, like you mentioned.
Yep.
They really look like a confident team coming out in the second half.
Yeah,
I really like the way that Devin Randall looks. He's got a commanding presence on the field.
Devin Randall, straight handoff to Brandon. He's open once again. Great defensive play by Isaiah Mack, linebacker for Lithia Springs.
Well, they're wrapping them up, and they are tackling, and they're hitting hard, too. So I'm impressed with the defense for the Lions coming out in the second half. Although they're moving the ball, the Tigers are doing a good job moving the ball right now. The Lions came out roaring.
We're going to have to figure out what Coach Ogles will be saying at halftime, because these Douglas County Tigers, they come out of that locker room, they're
fired up.
They fired up. They play a lot better in the second half. Looks like they're going to be short of the first down.
They'll take a look at it. It looks short from up here, but...
Yeah, looks like he's about a yard. Well, that's actually going to be close.
I don't know if I like this referee timeout. It kind of gives the Lions a little extra breathing room, and really Douglas County has them on their heels right now.
I think this is the deepest penetration for Douglas County all night.
It is. But I think the Lions, because they came out so strong right out of the, out of the chute, they're getting tired. You see them starting to, replace players right now.
Yep. I think it's going to be, is it third down, I think?
Third.
Yeah, so it's going to be third and about 6 inches for Douglas County. To make a little wager who this is going to?
I'm thinking. Are we going to see number 18 up the middle?
Yeah, we're going to go into Wildcat position. No.
Oh.
Yeah, we're going to go Devin Randall under the center. Straight handoff to
right side
Penniman, and we're going to get a late hold.
Yes. That's going to
called
bring it
against
back.
Douglas County.
That's going to bring it back.
Oh, that's a killer.
That is a killer, especially on a great drive like this.
Brandon had the first down. Just one of the defensive linemen on the right side got called holding.
And like you said, it was late. Really was after he gained the yardage for the first down.
So we're going to go from 3rd and 6 inches to 3rd and 10. Douglas County has to come up with a play here to keep this drive going.
Well, I'm surprised that they've been running to Ricky Dean's side. Ricky Dean's on the left side for the Lions, and Tigers have been running it off tackle to the right.
Looks like we've got a penalty. 12 men on the field, maybe.
Yep, and it's going to be against the Tigers. Well, that just moves them back another 5 yards. Oh, unsportsmanlike. That's going to go back 15 yards. Whew. Boy, that kills a drive. Yeah, you got to wonder where that came from. They were just lining up on the ball. What do they say?
Unsportsmanlike conduct before the snap. I mean, you got to wonder what that is.
That's jibber jabber on the field. That's what that is. That's shooting the mouth off.
So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 23 now. So we've gone from 3rd and 6 inches to a 3rd and 23. 2 crazy mistakes by Douglas County. Well, you got to get a little bit of the yardage back, so at least you can pin them down around the goal line with a punt.
Well, they're going to go on the pass.
Yeah.
It's right over the middle to nobody.
Yeah. Trying to get it to Shea Seeley across the middle. Ball was underthrown. That's going to bring up a 4th and 23 for Douglas County. So,
well, aside from the penalties, it was not the best of defensive stands by the Lions.
Right.
You know, the Tigers really drove the ball pretty well.
Yeah, had the ball first down on the 28-yard line, and just Douglas County just let it slip away. You know, the punter for Douglas County tonight, he's had some low punts. You know, here I would just try to kick it out of bounds, try to get it to roll out of bounds within the 10-yard line.
That's a low snap.
Low snap, we got a flag.
Whistle. Oh, my goodness.
Well, you would think the way it's been going the last 2 plays, that would be on Douglas County, and it is a false start. You know, there's only 6 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter. This game has flown by.
This has flown by.
You get the feeling Douglas County, when they have an opportunity, they need to take advantage of it, because this game's really going by fast.
Well, they're going to have to do it on special teams, because they'll have to get the ball back rather quickly.
Good snap. Good punt. It's going to
best
roll.
One of the night, too.
Yep, going to roll.
He's
going to let it roll all the way down to the 6-yard line.
Good punt.
Yeah, good punt that time. Got a good Douglas County Tiger roll. So, once again, Douglas County's defense, the first series, they held Lithia Springs, made them punt, so they're going to be asked to hold them here once again in the second half.
Well, I'd be careful of the pass, because really Lithia Springs has been pretty effective on the pass. They have the opportunity to be effective on the pass, even on the ones that they missed. If Miles Mitchell just brings the ball down just a little bit, I think he'll be in good shape.
I think we've had 3 fumbles tonight. We hadn't had either one recovered by the opposite team, but that big fumble here would be big. Got a straight handoff. Oh, some hard running that time by their star running back, Rodney Cross. Looks like he picked up 4 yards. Going to bring up a 2nd and 6 for Lithia Springs. As we go under 5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter here at the Lions Den at Lithia Springs High School.
Well, if I'm the Lions, I keep pounding it. That's a great tackle.
Yep.
Number 7.
Yep.
That was Brandon Jackson.
Brandon Jackson, defensive end, got penetration. That's going to be a couple of yards lost. It's going to bring in 3rd down.
Boy, he was quick on that play, too. Read it real well.
Big play here for Douglas County early in the 3rd quarter.
This is a huge play. A 3-and-out here would be perfect for the Tigers.
You're going to get the ball. You got Shea Seeley back to take the punch. You're going to get the ball in great field position. Big defensive play here. They set up in the I backfield. Miles Mitchell under center. He's going to fake it. He's going to roll to the right side. He's going to throw it over everybody's head.
Way
all right, big
over
defensive play.
T.J. Harris's head.
The defense for Douglas County rises to the occasion once again. They're going to force him to punt. You got Shea Seeley back. They can spring it at any time. Douglas County's going to get great field position.
I'll tell you, though, I kind of like Miles Mitchell's arm. He unloaded that about 40, 45 yards.
Probably the best throwing quarterback we've seen in the 3 games that we broadcast.
Absolutely, yeah. Nice tight spirals, just a little long. They look pretty.
So Brandon Oliver's going to punt from his goal line, actually inside the end zone.
Seeley's too far back, like you mentioned.
He's still deep.
He's at the 50-yard line.
Oh, went for the punt. There was no contact. Shea lets it bounce once again. It gets a Lithia Springs roll, but we're going to set up shop on the 48-yard line. That's not bad.
Now, with the running game the way it's been, they could run some time off the clock, and they could run it into the end zone.
That was a high snap that time. We had a defender trying to block it, and thank goodness he didn't run into the kicker.
Well, that would have been
a first down.
Devastating. That's a good thing he didn't.
Yep.
Sometimes you have to learn not to be aggressive on a few of those plays. It feels good to block a punt, but sometimes you just have to.
Oh, yeah. So 4:22 left in the third quarter. Looks like we're going back to Brandon Pettiman.
Sure, why
Straight
not?
at the middle. Looks like he's going to get 4 yards. Bring up 2nd and 6 for Douglas County.
Edward Wiley, number 79 on the tackle. Wrapped him up pretty good. He was proud of it. He was clapping his hands.
Yep, looks like Edwards a senior for Lithia Springs.
He's a good player. He's been out on the field. He's been all over the field tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if he isn't the leading tackler on the Lions football team.
He may be the leading, but that Ricky Dean at number 31, I guarantee you he's been the hardest hitter here tonight.
Oh, man. He's been a pleasure to watch.
Yeah.
That's smash mouth football. That's like
little crossbuck play to Brandon Pettiman. Looks like he's going to pick up about 3 yards. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and probably 4. Looks like Lithia Springs has a player kind of slow getting up. He is to his feet. And that was their boy. That was Mr. Dean.
Number 79.
Coming out of the bottom of a pile once again.
Oh, number 31? Yeah. What an aggressive player.
Looks like number 6, Isaiah Mack, is the defensive play caller for Lithia Springs. It's a big 3rd down. We go back to the I backfield. Devin Randall goes up and under center. Looks like he's going to throw.
Nice. And
great catch.
Fantastic hands.
Great catch by Shea Seeley.
Man, he just sucked that one right in.
Little slant pass across the field. The ball was about 2 yards behind Shea, and he put on the brakes. Went all the way across his body to catch that ball for a big first down.
That was a fine catch.
I don't think he ever comes off the field, does he?
No.
No.
And he looks fresh as the first quarter.
Yep.
He's a smart player. He knew exactly what he needed to do. Put himself in the right position so the ball could be caught and not defended against.
So Joseph Barker is the fullback. Brandon Penniman, the I backfield.
Nice
They
run.
hand off, cuts back to the left. Looks like he's going to pick up about 5 yards. So we go under 2 minutes here in the third quarter. Douglas County once again headed toward the goal line.
Moving the ball.
I just noticed that number 22, Rodney Cross, also plays defense. So Lithia Springs' top running back plays both ways also. A lot of these guys going both ways.
You know, that's a lot of energy in a game.
Yep.
Oh,
Brandon slipped.
He slipped. Yep.
Looks like he picked up about 2 yards. It's going to bring up about 3rd and 4.
And this is a critical 3rd down play.
Yeah.
Are they in range for Juan Cerna? Are they in range? I think they're going to stick to the run
about
here.
a 44-yard field goal. So they're definitely in his range.
There's that I formation. It'll probably go off the left side. No, they're going to pass it.
Oh, he's wide open. Number 88's wide open. Does he see him? He's in the end zone. Oh, and he couldn't make the catch.
Well, he threw it a little wide to the left, and he was under pressure.
That was DJ Fluden, number 88, that was wide open.
And Devin Randall saw him a little too late and had too much pressure to make the pass.
Yeah, the way Douglas County's defense has played here in the second half, they're probably going to call a timeout and talk about it, but they may go for this.
They're going to go for it.
Yep. You know, you're on the road.
You need the points.
County championship on the line. Looks like they're in the I backfield. They got everybody bunched in. Oh, he's wide open.
He's going to run
outside.
it.
He's got outside.
First
down. He got out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Great play by Devin Randall. Eluded the pressure. Picked up 6 yards. Keeps the drive alive. That's a big play.
Heads up play, and I think that they probably gave him that option. I mean, it looked like he came back in the pocket and then almost did a quarterback sneak off to the right-hand side. So it might have been a design play.
Yeah, we had 2 tight ends. Douglas County had 2 tight ends that time. Lithia Springs was all bunched up, expecting the run, trying to get the first down. We sprung it outside. So great play call. Straight handoff to Brandon Penniman. Looks like he's going to pick up about 5 yards, and we're seeing Douglas County football here in the third quarter.
This is exactly the way they looked for the past 6 games, and they're doing their style of football now. And when they do their style of football, they can win the ball game.
Well, I think the offensive line, they average 260 pounds. I think as the game goes on, they wear you down.
They do. They do. And there are some big boys on the Lions, but they're mostly speed.
Yep.
And aside from Ricky Dean and number 79, I haven't seen the power. I've seen more speed.
It's like the last play here, the third quarter. 2nd and 5 for Douglas County. Oh, and they stopped him. Going to get Brandon Penniman for about a 5-yard loss. And that's going to do it here in the third quarter.
And as we go into the fourth quarter, let's go to Fred Perry, who has the City of Douglasville, Mike Bryant, and Lithia Springs Prayer, Zach Kidd on the field.
We're here with Mike Bryant and Zach Kidd. Zach, how's the game going so far?
We're doing good right now. We're 6-0. The score is 6-0, but we're going to get a better lead.
Okay. Mike, tell us a little bit about your relationship.
Well, Zach goes to our church. We've kind of known Zach ever since he was a little kid, and that was a long time ago. I guess you can tell by the look of him here.
Yeah, about 200 pounds ago.
Yeah, about 200 pounds ago. Okay. But he's a really good kid, and we just kind of adopted him, so to speak.
Now, Zach, I understand you're trying to set a record for sophomores here at Lithia Springs.
Yes, sir. I'm trying to bench 300 by Christmas.
300 by Christmas? Where you at right now?
I'm at 280.
280? That's one hamburger away from that 20 pounds, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right. Good luck to you.
Good luck to you, sir.
All right. Thank you. Back to you.
So, Monk, we're set to start the fourth quarter. Douglas County, it's going to be 3rd down and 10. Looks like Devin Randall's going to go back. He's pressured. And he's going to take the sack.
Well, you're on the 20-yard line. You've got a kicker that can really boot it. You need 7. Do you take the 3?
Yeah, I don't think it's a decision that they're going to have a problem with. It's 4th and 10. I can't see them going for this.
And number 95 comes out on the field, the freshman Juan Cerna, who had a 47-yard field goal last week.
Yep. This will be about a 38-yarder. There's no gimmies, that's for sure.
Absolutely not. It'll cut the lead in half. It's a 6-point game right now.
Bad snap. Ball is up.
It's good.
And the ball is good.
Yeah. He's just got a great foot.
I tell you, young freshman comes in, county championship on the line, and puts it straight through the middle.
And he puts it within 3.
Wow.
And he's got the foot to do it. If it keeps up the way it has been, it's been a low-scoring game.
Yeah.
He may be in the position to win this game or tie it at least.
Well, you really wanted a touchdown there. But, the field goal puts you on the board, takes the shutout off the board, gives you a little momentum. Once again, Douglas County's defense going to be asked, to stop Lithia Springs and get the ball back.
And I don't think I'm going to see Lithia Springs coming out with as many passing plays as they have. They've tried that. They tried it in the third quarter, and they weren't successful with it. And they were more successful with their running game.
Well, they're going to have to try to do a little clock management here, try to run a little bit of the clock off, get a couple of first downs. Douglas County, they really need to stop them, get the ball back, see if they can put together a drive.
They need to stay away from penalties. The penalties in the third quarter really killed the Tigers. And here's a whistle, so you'll have a penalty on this one.
Yep, it's going to be illegal motion against Douglas County. It's going to back up the ball to the 35-yard line. Once again, big penalty for Douglas County.
Well, it's a good thing the Tigers do have Juan Cerna and such a great foot, backing them up 5 yards. isn't going to hurt them as much as it would another team.
No. Short kick.
Very short.
Right in the middle of the field. Nobody wants to grab it. Number 6 picks it up. Goes to the right side.
Well, he's dangerous. Isaiah Mack is fast on his feet.
Oh, and Douglas County swarms him about the 34-yard line. Helmet's flying off once again.
Yep, Trevin Riggins got a hold of him and held him up for a couple other Tiger players to come in and bring him down to the ground.
So once again, Lithia Springs offense that hasn't had a lot of success, except for the one long pass before the first half ended. They're going to be asked to try to put together a couple of first downs, take some time off the clock, and try to secure this county championship.
And they're coming out looking like they're going to throw the ball. And if you want to take time off the clock, you don't do that.
Yeah, that's true. Miles Mitchell all alone in the backfield for Lithia Springs. He's got 4 receivers split to the right side.
It's going to
roll to the right, and they're going to throw the ball long. It's up for grabs. Shea Seeley has a shot.
Oh!
And he breaks it up.
Almost came down with it.
Great play by Shea Seeley. Just waited from his free safety position to get position on the ball and knocked it down and had a good chance to catch that ball.
He was a little frustrated with himself for not grabbing that, but boy, that was a great defensive play.
So much for clock management. They take 5 seconds off the clock. And
okay. I guess it was worth the try on first down.
Yeah. So Miles Mitchell once again in the backfield by himself. Rodney Cross, I should say, is split out to the left side. He goes in motion, and they hand it off to Rodney. He's going around the right side. He has a seam. Oh, a good tackle.
That was Antonio Glover on the tackle.
We haven't said a lot about Antonio tonight.
Not a lot.
You know?
No, also Brandon Bostic on the tackle as well.
Picks up about 6 yards. It's going to be a 3rd and a long 4 for Lithia Springs.
Well, I'll tell you, Brandon did a good job on that, containing the end, so they couldn't go around.
Yep.
He stayed in position and let Glover come up and really make the tackle.
This is the spread offense that a lot of college teams are running. Miles Mitchell all alone. Brings a man in motion. He fakes it to him. He goes the opposite direction. We got him hemmed up in the backfield. He's going to have the first down. And Shea Seeley's going to bring him down about the 46-yard line.
You can't have Shea Seeley in on those tackles.
Yep. Little busted coverage for Douglas County that time around the left side. Nobody containing. Quarterback gets out, gets on the outside, picks up a first down.
But again, he was in the backfield, and they had him in the backfield with a loss and just couldn't hang on. And that's happened many times tonight. Too many.
Looks like they're going to set it up about the 48-yard line. Got Miles Mitchell, the quarterback, in the shotgun formation. Rodney Cross is his lone running back. Got a motion man coming across. He takes a snap, gives it to Rodney Cross straight up the middle. Hard running. Looks like he's going to pick up about 5 yards. Bring up a 2nd down and 5 for Lithia Springs.
Number 79 coming off the pile. Not sure who that is. He's the mystery man on the roster today. Brandon Bostic came out on that play as well, a defensive end for the
he's
Tigers.
Had a good game.
He's had a very good game. Maybe coach is just giving him a little rest. And they go to Bostic's side even though he's not there now. And remember, Bostic was containing it. And who? Number 8 comes up with a tackle. That's Carlton Hadley.
Yep, Carlton Hadley. We've called his names a couple of times tonight.
Outside linebacker.
Well, it's going to bring up a 3rd and 4 and probably 2-down territory for Lithia Springs. I think they'll probably go for it on 4th down here.
Oh, I think I would. This close.
Looks like they're spreading the defense of Douglas County out with that spread offense.
Well, with the threat of the pass, and they established that earlier in the game, it gives you a better chance. It gives them a better chance of a running game. And you've got a great quarterback like Miles Mitchell who can run the ball.
Yep. Just like Rodney Cross in the backfield. Bring a man in motion. They fake it, give it to Rodney straight up the middle. Looks like he's going to have the first down. Picked up 5 big yards. So with about 8 minutes and 34 seconds to go, Lithia Springs is putting together a drive here.
They are. Malik Walker got in on the tackle, but it wasn't soon enough. This is a very good drive for the Lions.
A lot of misdirection, a lot of guys in motion.
Sure. And it's chewing up the clock exactly like you said they needed to do. Fumble here would be a nice little thing.
Oh, yeah. It's like Rodney Cross cutting back across the field. Looks like he's going to pick up about 3 yards. Bring up a 2nd and 7 for Lithia Springs.
Trey Brown with the initial stop, and then a couple other guys joining the party. Actually, it was LaCurtis Campbell. I'm sorry.
Douglas County in their away road white jerseys tonight. Kind of a different look.
Have they ever won in the white jerseys?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they wear them on the road, and then the home jerseys are blue. So 2nd and 8. Miles Mitchell's going to take the snap. Looks like a little movement.
Blitz up the...
Didn't call. Got a screen pass set up. Number 12 hits him right in the hands. We had great containment there. Looks like number 12, that's Javante Kemp Davis.
Yeah, he was right there.
They didn't fool him. He stayed at home.
Yep, he sure did. But he could have very well have come in, and he didn't.
Yep.
Smart ball player.
That's the first screen pass we've seen in the 3 games we broadcast.
It was nice. It could have developed well, but Javante was not fooled at all.
Yep. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 8 for Lithia Springs.
I like the play call, though. It was kind of exciting,
Oh, yeah. Just need a big play here. You can't give them 3 or 4 yards, because if you do, they're going to go for it on 4th down. We either need a sack here or somebody hit somebody in the backfield.
Number 6 goes in motion. It's going to be a pitch to the outside.
Oh, big hit by number 5.
Yeah.
Shea Seeley comes up from his safety position.
Man.
Puts the wood to him.
Woo!
So now Lithia Springs has a decision to make. You go for it on 4th and 7. Do you pooch punt it and try to pin them deep?
I'd punt the ball. I wouldn't take any chances with this. You're leading the ball game. Set them back there. Don't give them the opportunity. If you're going to give them an opportunity, they're going to have to drive 90 yards or so.
Well, number 14 is the punter, Brandon Oliver.
They're keeping Miles in there, so they're going to go for it. They're going to spread it out.
Yeah, they're going to have to get the ball off quick, or this is going to be a delay again.
And there it is.
No, timeout.
Okay, they caught it.
So a heads-up play there. Call the timeout, talk about it. I got to think after they talk about it, they're going to punt the ball.
I would if I were them. I mean, you go try anything where you're not getting 6 yards, 7 yards, you're in trouble.
With 6:44 left in the game,
you leave them
even if you give it back to Douglas County inside their 10-yard line, they got to go 90 yards in 6 minutes. And that's it's going to be pretty tough to do here.
But they have been moving the ball. Defense. They've been moving the ball real well. So Douglas County is a team that could do it.
Yeah.
But why would you want to give them, the position up at their own 35-yard line?
Yeah, you can't give it to them on the 35. A lot better off giving it to them on the 10 or the 35. We'll see where number 14 goes. It looks like he's going to stay out here at wide receiver. He's the punter, so I guess they are going to go for it.
Well, I'm not going to call it a mistake yet because they can move the ball, and Miles Mitchell is a threat when it comes to the run.
Their best play so far in the second half has been that sweep to the right side.
They're going to go to the left side now, although they put the man in motion, Isaiah Mack.
No, they're going to pass. Number 14.
Number 6 with some pressure. Get the tackle. Number 7 brings him down. That's Brandon Jackson. Yep. And great field position for the Tigers.
You give it to him on the 40-yard line. We talked about it. I mean, that's we'll see.
That was a risky call.
That was. Only need a field goal to tie the game, send it to overtime. Douglas County's got 3 timeouts.
Well, that's not a player's call. That's a coaching call right there.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I think that I don't want to second guess the coaches because I'm not one, but that could be a mistake.
We'll see how that works out next 6 minutes. That's for sure. Very surprised that they went for it.
And back to the I formation. Oh,
he's loose. He's got some running room.
And he's
now
going to
he throws it. Throws it out of bounds. Intended receiver, number 88. Looks like DJ Fluden once again. I think he should have tucked that one and run it.
Yeah, that would have been
picked up a few yards.
That would have been a good play. He probably thought he could get it over to the sideline and get DJ the ball. But it's tough to throw opposite. You're running to the left, you're throwing back to the right.
Yep.
Very difficult.
6 minutes and 23 seconds to go. And Douglas County's going to have to certainly get a first down, keep this drive alive. Brandon Penniman in an open field.
Wide
down
open
the
field.
50-yard lines. He's got
and
one
he's
man
going
to beat.
all the way.
He's to the 40. He's to the 30. And they bring him down about the 20-yard line.
That is a great run.
Great 35-yard scamper by Brandon Penniman.
Excellent call. They put Joseph Barker up on the right-hand side. If you're Lithia Springs, you're thinking Penniman's coming over to the right side with Barker as the lead, and they just did a misdirection to the left-hand side.
Play.
Beautiful. Nice call.
Puts Douglas County in field goal position if we have to have it. But, I bet this coaching staff, Coach Oglesby, I bet he's telling these guys, hey, we don't want 3. We want to.
You have to get 6.
We want to grind this out and get the touchdown.
Well, and you keep it on the ground right now if you're the coach. You got to run some clock down, too.
Devin Randall under the center. Little misdirection play to Brandon Penniman. He's going to pick up about 4 yards. Clock continues to run here in the fourth quarter. Down to 5 minutes and 30 seconds.
Good play calls by the coach. Good execution by the front line to get Penniman the yardage that this Tigers team needs.
Yeah, I think they've got Lithia Springs back on their heels. A fake to Penniman here, a rollout, throw it in the end zone. I guarantee he'll be wide open. I just don't know if they got the guts to call that play or not. We'll see. No, they're going to stick on the ground with Brandon. He breaks 1 tackle. It's like he picks up about 4 yards. It's going to bring up about a 3rd and long 3 for Douglas County.
Well, Penniman's been the money guy, so you got to go with that.
Big to see. If you don't get the first down here, do you kick the field goal? Do you go for the win? I mean, you're on the road, county championship on the line. I don't know. I'll leave that to Coach Oglesby. That's why he makes the big bucks.
That's right. I'm glad I'm not coach right now.
Well, the crowd is into it here at Lithia Springs. Devin Randall under the center. Takes the snap, goes back to the same play. Brandon gets stopped, spins. Looks like it's going to bring up about a 4th and 1.
And
wow.
I don't even know who was on that tackle because it was a host of Lions.
Yeah, number 31. Once again, Ricky Dean comes out from the bottom of the pile. You've got a big decision to make here. You've got 4th and about 2. They'll probably call a timeout here, I'm sure. They got 3, and they're probably going to use one here to discuss this. What do you do, Monk?
I'm going to say that I'd run the ball. I'd stay with Penniman, put Barker up front because he's been big. He's been a killer blocker all season long. Just follow your strong guy and get some yardage.
Wow.
I like a Barker Penniman. If they were running for office, I like the Penniman Barker ticket.
We've had success here in the second half with the misdirection, faking Brandon one way, letting the fullback go to the right side, and then catching Brandon with the ball to the left side. But on that 3rd down play, Lithia Springs had some penetration from the defensive line, and that kind of scares me. It's time for that senior offensive line for Douglas County, to suck it up and say, we've got to get these 2 yards or this is it.
You got Darius Anderson up front, Bill Shepard, Gene Robinson, and Micaiah McClendon, and they're workhorses, and this is probably their biggest play of the season.
It's like a 4th down and about 2.
So it's
going back to the wishbone. First time they've been back to the wishbone this half, so showing them a little different formation. Devin Randall's going to take the snap, just straight to Penniman. He's got it. He's got it. First down, Douglas County.
Power up to the right-hand side.
Came back to the wishbone formation.
I like
the formation that they had trouble with in the second quarter, and we haven't seen it since. So what a great time to throw out that new formation, kind of confuse Lithia Springs defense.
Yeah, they've been doing the eye all this quarter, and then they go to the wishbone, and the Lions forgot what it looked like and forgot what they were doing with it a couple of quarters ago.
Yeah, 1st and goal with 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go. This will probably be the last time that Douglas County touches the ball. Brandon Penniman, he was loose for a second. He gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. Make it the 3-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and goal. And the clock continues to run.
And they're staying in that wishbone formation where they can get a lead blocker out in front for Brandon. And it looks
you
like
got three downs and 3 yards. I don't think Douglas County is going to throw it. What do you think?
I think, they might they might surprise you and do a little rollout, but there's that wishbone again.
Yep.
They're pounding it. Little rollout.
Quarterback, he faked it. It's going toward the corner. He's going to lose a yard.
That was a good call, though.
Well, it wasn't. Something different, that's for sure. I can't believe that they had so many players on their right side after they faked that wishbone in there with those 3 blockers. They must have saw something on that play early. Looks like somebody's down for Douglas County. I think it's the quarterback, Devin Randall, on the far side.
And that would be devastating for the Tigers at this point. He's just been cool, calm, and collective, and a commander out on the field.
Yeah, we saw number 3, Ellis Richardson, come in last week against Alexander for a couple of plays, and first 2 series he was in, he fumbled the snap.
Not so sure with the ball.
So
absolutely.
Sophomore quarterback.
In a county championship game with a couple of yards to go.
Well, I know Douglas County, they do run the Wildcat formation. They haven't shown it all year, but they do run it with Brandon Penniman as the quarterback. And so there's a lot on the line, a county championship, a region win over a region opponent. There's a lot on the line here, so I don't know if you take a chance with that sophomore quarterback. They may go to that spread with Brandon as quarterback, snap it straight to him, and run it twice straight up the middle.
And you're probably right, and that would be a good choice too. So the big guys up front, Darius, Bill, Gene, Micaiah, and actually Will Gay at tight end, they're all going to have to step up for the next 2 plays.
Looks like Devin Randall is up. He's got his helmet off. Looks like he hurt his left knee, but he is moving. He'll have to stay out this play because of the injury. And let's see. Let's see if number 3, the 2nd string quarterback, is in there.
He is in there.
Looks like he's going to go under center.
It's Ellis Richardson. They're in the wishbone format.
Let's just hope he gets the snap off. 3rd down and go. He does get the snap.
Oh, down to the 1-yard line.
Touchdown, Douglas County. Okay. A big touchdown, Brandon Penniman off the right side behind the big guys. He is in for 6.
And the sophomore quarterback, Ellis Richardson, under pressure coming in.
Well, can you imagine?
The ball well. Nice handoff. That was a big responsibility.
Yep. And this is a big extra point here. Get the game to 4 points. We haven't seen their field goal kicker all night, so we really don't know what to expect, but it's nice to have that 4-point lead instead of a 3-point lead.
Absolutely. You have to go for the touchdown then and not the field goal. And the way the Tigers defense has been playing, they can hold this team, this Lions team, but this has been a great football game, especially here in the 4th quarter.
Yep. Got a different kicker. And he puts it through the middle. and gives Douglas County a 4-point lead.
That's Jake LaPointe.
Oh, is that Jake?
Jake LaPointe with the extra point. But we've seen him before.
Oh, yes. Yep.
He's
Number
done
54, Jake LaPointe.
They changed the jerseys today, so he has 54 on.
Yeah.
And just remember, if you want to see this exciting game again, you can on City TV. And you can see it and review tonight's game on Comcast Digital 22 or Tributary 98, Tuesday at 9 p.m., Wednesday 4:30 p.m., Thursday at 4 and 8 p.m., and again Saturday 2 times, 12:30 and 6:30 p.m. Or you can look at it at CIT TV Sports on the web. It's City TV at mycitytv.com, mycitytv.com.
You know, we haven't mentioned these guys, but the City TV staff, they do a great job here for us.
Been fantastic.
Yep.
Getting us down to the field with Fred, getting those great interviews.
Yep. Got their own truck.
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
Getting some great shots on the field.
And they do a great job cleaning up this mess that we turn in every week to rebroadcast. So we have to thank them for that.
What, they edit it? Come on now.
We're going to see what we do here. We're going to kick it straight up. Oh, fumble! Douglas County has it. Wow! Douglas County, that's Shea Seeley. Shea Seeley comes up with the ball.
He's the hands man. Man, he's all over the field.
What a game
tonight.
he's had tonight.
Woo!
So Douglas County gets the ball back with 2 minutes and 41 seconds to go. Monk, that was a little, I wouldn't call it a pooch kick. I'd call it more of a straight-up kickoff.
That was just bad hands on the Lions' part, you know, and you had the guys with the unsure hands there. They needed to just get down on that ball when it was up like that. That was a funky kick.
Yep. It confused them.
It sure did.
Yep.
That big mental mistake could cost them the game right here.
Yep.
And you know, Coach is just going to run it.
Looks like Devin Randall's back in after his injury, so he looks like he's fine.
Penalty.
Oh. Got an offsides. Looks like on the left side.
That's a momentum killer.
Looks like the tight end. It's like that number, maybe 86 on the left side.
Number 86 is Javon Battle.
That's Javon Battle. Looks like he got a
little head start.
Yep. Got caught. It's okay if you don't get caught.
He was excited because they recovered that ball.
Yeah.
I mean, that's exciting. There's a lot of adrenaline on the field after something like that.
Well, it's still first down, but the clock stopped for the penalty, so we'll kind of reset here. Devin Randall handing off to Brandon Penniman.
Nice run. He got all that yardage back and then
picked up about 10 yards. Gets us to 2nd and 5. As the clock's probably going to go, well, it looks like Lithia Springs is going to call a timeout here. I think they have one timeout left after this one.
That was a smart timeout.
Yep, so they can stop the clock.
They'll stop again at 2.
Yeah. So they're kind of putting their money that they're going to be able to stop Douglas County. They'll probably call their last timeout after the third down stop.
One first down will do it, though.
Yeah, first down from Douglas County here would be huge. That'd be your ball game.
Now, say again, what was the average weight of the lineman for?
260.
260.
Looks like that 260 gets real heavy about the third and fourth quarter for the opposing defensive line. We've seen it time and time again. Douglas County, they just play better in the second half.
They do.
That's something they're going to have to correct because you certainly can't take close games into the second half.
No.
And certainly not a deficit like they did tonight.
No, so. This was I think an eye-opener for the Tigers tonight so far. They probably thought that Lithia Springs really didn't have much competition until last week's game.
Yeah. Well, Lithia Springs has got a good team. Their offense never got going tonight. The spread offense worked a little bit in the third quarter. It looks like they're going to draw him off and draw one of the defensive linemen off for Lithia Springs, so bring up about a 2nd and 3.
And if you're a Tiger fan, that's a position you want to be in right now. But it looks like Devin's hurt. Quarterback's kind of limping on that. He's favoring that.
Hurt that left leg.
Yep. Yeah, Devin Randall took a hit
Yeah, he's limping.
In the last series of plays when he went around.
Oh, he's patting his helmet now like he needs to come out. We'll see if they bring him out. Yeah, he's going out. Devin Randall's going out. He can't take the pain, I don't think. Oh, first down, Douglas County.
Wow. And they needed that.
Yep. Devin Randall's really favoring that left leg.
He's thinking about staying in.
He might not have any choice.
Yeah,
I think he's just getting the play from the coach. So we're going to go under 2 minutes here.
They can't take too much time in the huddle on this. They're going to get out, get a play off.
Looks like Devin Randall under center.
Oh.
He's going to give it straight to the fullback, and he is met at the line.
Well, that's a dangerous situation when the quarterback is getting on that back foot like that, and it's not feeling right. The handoff is affected. That didn't look right. I know it was a quick handoff, but boy, that looked a little shaky to me.
And Joseph Barker, usually a blocking back for Brandon Penniman, but that time they gave it to him. But the only problem was there was a defensive lineman in the backfield when he handed it to him. So,
and right there in the backfield.
And that's a risky play, that handoff with somebody in. You kind of want to get a little bit of room. You don't want those defensive linemen to come in there and cause a fumble. Brandon Penniman, he's loose, and he is going to walk into the end zone.
That's a big play.
Yep. And you see the wind go out of the Lithia Springs team, because that's probably going to do it.
That's 16-6, and there's 2 scores there.
Yeah. Looks like Jake LaPointe is going to come in once again for the extra point.
And about a minute left in the game.
No, actually, that's not Jake LaPointe. That's actually
number 5.
Actually Cerna, or 95.
That's Shea Seeley. Oh, a 95. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. He's Juan Cerna. Yep.
Yeah, so Juan Cerna is going to get to kick this one through.
Oh, I thought they were going to take Shea off of holding the ball and let him kick it.
I wouldn't doubt he could do it.
Yeah, I bet you he could.
He's had a big game. Well, so it's 17-6 with a minute to go. It's like the crowd is kind of leaving here at the Lions Den for tonight.
They want to beat the traffic.
Yep.
Good, hard-fought game, though. The Lions really are evenly matched with this team, and it wasn't until the fourth quarter where it looked like the Tiger just wore them down.
Yeah. Well, it was a really close game up until about 8 minutes to go, and Douglas County just exploded. The score really doesn't reflect how close of a game it was.
I agree.
As with last week, Douglas County exploded against Alexander in the fourth quarter and kind of ran away with that game late. That game was a lot closer.
I bet you the fans would like to see them do that in the first and second quarter. Yeah. Give them a little breathing room going into the second half.
This is going to put Douglas County at 3-1 in the region. We haven't heard a South Paulding score tonight. Of course, they were undefeated going into tonight. But we do know that this is going to put them 1 game ahead of Lithia Springs in the region standings. Right now, they're kind of going for that number 2 to 3 spot, and this will definitely help tonight. They wrapped up the county championship tonight. When I played, we went 4-0 in the county, and we didn't have a great season, but we went undefeated in the county, and that's something that we carried with us for a long time.
Absolutely.
And you see these guys in the county walking around town when you get out of school, and
that's right.
You always remind them about those things. So certainly this had to be one of Douglas County's goals, to win the county before the season started. They've accomplished that goal. It looks like they're going to accomplish that goal, and now they can go forward to get in the region playoffs. And I said last week, I think Douglas County's peaking at the right time.
Absolutely.
They had a good game tonight. They really played a tough team tonight. They played a tough team on the road. They were 1-2 on the road before this game, so they hadn't had a lot of success on the road. But this is a big win all the way around for Douglas County. I don't think anybody, Devin Randall, looks like he may have got hurt. We'll see what happens to him. But, they've got the big showdown between South Paulding next week at Tiger Stadium.
That's going to be an offside on the kickoff. They're just giving Juan Cerna a little workout today.
Yeah. He really doesn't kick it that deep.
No.
I don't think he's.
Oh, we're at LaPointe's on the field kicking now.
Neither one of our kickers really kick it deep. The back guys are up on the 20-yard line, so I think we rely on more of a high kick or a squib kick. Yeah, there's that high kick once again. Looks like Rodney Cross is going to field it. It's going to come to the right side.
Nice tackle.
Shea Seeley on the tackle.
That was a nice tackle.
Yep.
Oh, and we got a flag.
Antonio Glover ended up on Lithia Springs sidelines, and somebody's going to get a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct penalty for it, and we'll see if it's Antonio or we'll see if it's Lithia Springs.
You don't want to be doing that at this point in the game.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to end up on the visitor sidelines when they're down 11 points.
No.
You know. Yeah, so it looks like Antonio's going to get a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, but Lithia Springs is going to get one also, so probably a good call by the official.
So the ball's on the 33-yard line, and you can bet on pass for the next couple of plays.
We've had the Douglas County coaching staff up here in the booth with us tonight, and it's been interesting how much communication they do with the coaches on the sidelines from up here. I mean, they tell them what formations. Charles Thomas, of course, he played quarterback at Auburn University. He's up here, and it's really interesting, the conversations between Coach Oglesby and the coaches that are up here in the booth. I kind of enjoyed that tonight.
Yeah, it gives them a great perspective of the game, and they can see the different formations. Brandon Oliver with a catch and a first down on that play.
Got 48 seconds to go here.
But it's fun to get inside the minds of the coaches during the game.
Yeah.
And they've done a great job calling the game, too. Number 22 wide open over the middle, but pressure. Oh, what a hit. Man,
oh, my goodness.
Miles Mitchell was the guy that was like the Energizer Bunny going down the field.
Yeah, it wasn't so bad. I mean, we would have given him the 30 yards, but at the end of the play, he gets out of bounds and stops the clock. That's the killer. You know, they're down 11 points, and they pretty much got to pass. When they do run, that's an advantage for Douglas County.
Sure.
I mean, because you want that clock running, but you certainly can't let him run out of bounds after scrambling 30 yards.
To the corner.
It's like it was Dion Ware.
Great coverage from Antonio Glover. He knew exactly where Dion Ware was going to go.
Okay. So that gets us down to 27 seconds. Now we have to start looking at what down it is. I have to get a first down to keep the drive going. Looks like it's going to be 2nd and 10. And you got to throw in complete passes here. You can't afford to scramble and get caught on the ground, because that's going to run off 13 seconds off the clock. It's like Miles Mitchell there under pressure. He throws it out of bounds.
It was a good call. I mean, good call on this part, just to get it out of bounds, stop the clock.
Took 6 seconds off the clock. Looks like it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10. Now you've really got to worry about picking up that first down.
21 seconds left. Not much you can do, but, you know, you could get a short pass, get it out of bounds, but they're going to go to the corners with this one.
Yeah, you got to go to the corners. You can't throw it in the middle of the field and let that running back get tackled. The clock's going to continue to run.
Coming on a blitz.
Yeah, we got a hold. That was not called.
That was an awesome pass and an awesome, valiant effort from number 12, Dion Ware, but great defensive plays.
Yep. Shea Seeley was actually sitting in the middle of the field just waiting for the ball, and the Douglas County defender came over. Of course, he didn't know Shea was camped out under it, and he kind of bumped him, and neither one of them caught it, and it fell to the ground. So with 19 seconds, now you got 4th and 10, so this is it. You have to pick up at least a first down to continue the game. Probably the last play for Miles at quarterback for Lithia. He's directing traffic. Throws it in the back of the end zone.
Almost intercepted.
And it's an incomplete pass. Say Seeley knocks it down.
They'll take over the ball with 10 seconds left.
Yeah,
the Tigers will win this game.
That's going to do it.
It'll be 17-6.
On the road.
And you've got county champions, the Douglas County Tigers.
Yeah. A lot to be proud of. You know, they were 3-3 before the game started. Now they're 4-3. They're having a winning season. County championship. They go to 3-1 in the region playoffs. Definitely ensured a spot in the region playoffs. But now it's just according to what position they want to get themselves into.
And they probably played their best opponent of the season.
I think so.
And they played well.
Yep.
Early mistakes, first quarter jitters, some mental mistakes and some penalties, but a lot better football tonight than the past couple of games.
Yep. Coach Oglesby's just going to have to put whatever he does at halftime into a bottle and give it to them before the game.
That's great.
Because
Let's play second half football, guys.
They certainly come out the second half and they play a lot better than the first half. So
that's a very happy Douglas County Tiger team. They go to 4-3. They're county champions. The Lions will fall to 4-2, but they played really well tonight. And even though the score is 17-6, a much closer game.
Yeah, they had Douglas County all the way into the fourth quarter with about 8 minutes to go, and Douglas County found some things, got back to what they do best, handing the ball to Brandon Penniman. And I think that offensive line, once again, I think they just wear the defensive lines out toward the end of the game.
Some great defensive play from Shea Seeley. I mean, that kid was all over the field tonight.
Yeah.
It's good to see a young man that's so smart on the field. He plays so hard, and he plays with a lot of passion. He came up with some big plays tonight.
Yeah. Okay, it looks like Fred Perry has caught up with Brandon Penniman, the star running back for Douglas County. Let's throw it down to the field for Fred.
Standing here with one of the stars of the game, Penniman. Tell me how you did that thing out there tonight.
Man, nothing but the help of God and my offensive line, man. None of that credit goes to me at all, man. My offensive line held it down today. We prayed to the Lord, and Lord see us through, man. It's nothing on me. Nothing on me. Absolutely my O-line. Darius Anderson, Michael McClendon, Ajane Robinson, baby.
There you go. Good game tonight.
Let me not forget about Big Bill, the Big Four, and Kenny Caldwell, baby. We love all y'all. Hey, mama.
All right. Good game tonight, Penniman. All right. That's a good kid. Penniman, well over 100 yards tonight. Douglas County is victorious 17-6.
Big place
tonight. Yeah. And of course, City TV Sports will once again be on the air next week. A big showdown with South Paulding, who's #1 in the region. They'll be coming to Tiger Stadium, and certainly Douglas County look forward to trying to knock those guys off.
That is going to be their biggest challenge of the season thus far. If you want to see tonight's game, we'll rebroadcast it for you. Comcast Digital 22 or Tributary 98, Tuesday at 9 p.m., Wednesday at 4:30 p.m., Thursday at 4 and 8 p.m., and Saturday at 12:30 and 6:30 p.m. Or you can look at CITI Sports at mycitytv.com. It's mycitytv.com. Well, it's Douglas County Tiger football at its best, and boy, I mean, this was a big win for them tonight, Bennett.
Yeah, they brought home the county championship tonight. Once again, they started out slow in the first half, but whatever Coach Oglesby is telling them at the halftime, it's certainly getting them pumped up for the second half.
Yeah, it was a 17-6 game, but it was a lot closer than that. It was their biggest opponent of the year so far, and a hard-fought game for Lithia Springs. But, the guy that had all the fun was the guy on the field over there, Fred. Fred was down there with the cheerleaders, man. What's up with that?
Well, I think Fred caught up with Brandon Penniman after the game.
Absolutely.
Fred, tell us a little bit about this kid.
Big defensive struggle tonight for both sides of both teams. Once they got Penniman going, that was the answer to Douglas County's problems. Talked with him after the game, very humble guy, very appreciative of his offensive line. Douglas County wins.
Big senior leader for this Douglas County team, and we talked several times about the offensive line. They average 260 pounds, and it just seems that in the second half, those guys just really wear on the defensive?
Hey, hard hitting by both teams. The first quarter was a little shaky, of course, for the Tigers, but like you said, second half they come out strong. It's like they go into the locker room and they get fired up when they come out, and they're like, hey, we got to win this game. Absolutely. And they did. A 17-6 win for the DC Tigers. They're the county champions, but a very tough opponent next week.
Got South Paulding coming into Tiger Stadium next week. They're leading the region, and so certainly that'll be a big game.
But a big win tonight. Now 4-3 DC Tigers team. I'm Jonathan Monk along with Bennett Oliver and Fred Perry from Lithia Springs. We bid you good night.